What will it do for you? The opportunity that you're asking for. That is the reason that you're not doing or being or having what you believe that you should at this moment, right? You don't have the adequate and necessary resources or access to what could deliver the breakthrough you need. And that's why you ask for more. Well, what will it do for you? What difference will it be? How much change will it be capable of making? That thing that you're waiting for, wishing for, and wanting so bad, giving the assumed power of being able to turn this all around. You say that it would be all that it takes for you to get the chance that you need. But what chance aren't you taking? Why do you think that an ideal circumstance, a better situation, or a more acceptable environment is going to make you more comfortable? When the reality is that you already have everything to produce or procure anything that you seek or should have. And you know what is required. It's just not what you want to do. You're more afraid of being unliked, misunderstood, wrong, different, perceived as difficult than you are of finding out what's on the other side of the wall that you stopped at. You're not doing the enough or the more or the whatever is required to help yourself move up. And it's not that you're scared of the heights. It's how afraid you are of the fall. And you need to stop that. So what will it do for you? A hookup, a favor, some favor, preferential treatment, a connect, an inside track, the answer to a prayer, the manifestation, or a way for you to skip the line. You've done all that talking and hoping and assuming and complaining and worrying and stressing and coveting and blaming and projecting and rebelling, but have you did the time? Have you paid the dues? Done your due diligence, done what you had to do, been definite, been determined, been disciplined, been willing to do while not being distracted, through being depressed, dealing with the dysfunction, and then not taking a detour because you couldn't decide on your dream. You haven't done all of that. Because if you did, you know that doing everything right or everything you had to don't always get you to where you deserve or think you should be. The point ain't really what you did or what you gonna do. You really just got to keep doing. You know what I mean? It's going to take logic and luck. In between that, a whole lot of lessons, a bunch of living, not to mention you're going to have to listen, learn, and leave sometimes all at the same time. Sometimes it'll be based on where you are in your life. The thing about that is that it's not going to make much sense most of the time what you have to do to make this happen. And if you're waiting for something or someone to make sure that it does for you, you're going to spend and waste a whole lot more energy, money, and opportunity realizing that when you had the thought that the only one that was going to make sure that you were okay was you, that's when you were right. But you were so busy trying to explain yourself, justify an action, validate your argument, verify your opinion, or get vindication from being accused or not accepted as much, that you missed out on the most obvious and basic evidence of your significance and level of importance in and around the people and places that you have felt this overwhelming responsibility to convince of your value. You've been acting like there is a need to prove yourself. And so you get treated as such. But you know who you are. You know where you belong. You know what you're doing. You know what you've done. You know what you want to do. You know whether or not you are willing to do what it takes. You know what you're capable of maintaining. And you know that ultimately what it's taken to this point hasn't been too much, hasn't taken the ultimate toll you ain't terrified of, and it ain't tied to your testimony, nor is most of it true. It's more than likely someone else's problem or opinion that they have and they have to deal with that somehow got a chance to get somewhere in your head. And rather than being and believing in yourself, you've been listening to and led by that instead. But let's keep it real. Doubt is what they have to deal with. What will it do for you?